Today, let's take a look at the 5-in-1 USB 3.0 hub by Acer. Now, Acer is a world-renowned technology brand, and they have some pretty decent quality assurances, probably most likely for extending peripherals on your desktop and some light content creation. Let's see what we get for our 15 bucks in the box. Here we have the Acer 5-in-1 USB-C 3.0 hub. Kudos to you, Acer, for packaging it pretty decently here. Pure matte black and plastic hub here, and a pretty nice long, it's so long that they included a Velcro strap that will connect to it to do a little bit of cable management, because this is about, wow, a 2-foot long hub. In the box, you also get product warranty card, as well as some minor instructions here to give you some details on what this device is capable of doing. There is not much that it is capable of doing. It's a simple basic 3.0 USB hub. This is good for working on your desktop and connecting additional peripherals and some basic data transfer. Here's a little bit of product specifications. Of course, 3.0 is 5 gigabits. Works with Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Pretty cool long cable and 4 USB ports. So my first impressions, just looking at this device right off the rip, because of its long cable like this, I would say that this is something for like a desktop PC or a desktop situation where you need the length like this to route perhaps behind your table to connect to a USB port on a PC that's either sitting under your table or on the top somewhere off to the side. 3.0, what do I expect with the speeds coming out of these 3.0 ports? 400 to 500 megabytes transfer rates on at least the write. Maybe the read will be something a little bit less, right? You sometimes get a little bit of 100 megabytes difference between the two. So one thing to note is that the header of the device is USB-A 3.0. So if you have something like a MacBook, it does not have a USB-A port. At least the M1s don't. For testing, we're going to use the Crucial X6, which boasts somewhere up to about 800 megabytes per second. Usually off of any hub I've ever used with this, I get at most 600 megabytes and some change on the read and write. Since the device is USB-C, we'll need to connect it to a USB-C to USB-A. Luckily, I have a 3.1 Gen 1. This should not interfere with the speeds connected to the USB hub by Acer. So let's connect it and take a look. So looking here on my Crystal Diskmark, did I say that right? Crystal Diskmark. Looking here on my Crystal Diskmark speed tester, I got about 408 megabytes on the read and 386, roughly 400 on the write. So kind of standard for pretty much just about any SSD device you would connect to a 3.0 basic hub like this, but you can rely on the quality as Acer does. Good quality assurance for the most part. So overall, this is a very decent hub to have for your peripheral extension primarily. So if you need extra USB hubs on your desktop setup, if you've already maxed out your USB support that you have, then this is good for extending to additional peripherals, as well as doing some basic data transfer. You can probably get away with doing some probably 1080p editing off of an SSD connected to this hub. So does it make a pass for a basic hub that costs about, I forgot the price. What's the price? Going for about 15 bucks on Amazon. It's actually a pretty decent device with a decent price. If you're interested, links in the description. Disclaimer, thank you for providing this awesome little USB hub for my review and to share with all my techies and gamers out there. Views and opinions on this channel are of my own. Take it with a grain of salt, pepper, sazon, and just fry it all together with some fish and chicken. Tastes good. What? Actually does sound kind of good.